Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Q Explainer. So guys, in this video I am going to tell you about the batch testing technique and why it is be very efficient testing and it will boost that efficiency while we are doing testing. So let's get started. So in this video I'll tell you how this batch testing works and how it will help to improve that efficiency on our software testing approaches. So let's get started. What is the batch testing? So batch testing is a automated approach where that we are executing the multiple test cases simultaneously without having any kind of manual intervention. So here, what we are doing mostly, we are all following this batch testing thing, but we are not aware about this. So basically, we have some automation script, and inside that automation script, we have branch of different kind of testing, and we are actually tagging those testing with a different kind of tags, different kind of name. Okay, so and when we are running it, so we are running that particular tag or that particular flow of the software testing. But this batch testing thing here, we are running that all tags in a same time or in parallel execution. So it will actually helps to reduce the testing time and it will improve the accuracy and consistency. But it also has a cons, that is it as it is like impacting as it is running that all test case it is shoot in a single time or single time duration, and here we are verifying that all functionality in multiple devices, multiple browser and multiple environments in parallel. That's why it is creating a load in our testing server. That's so this kind of testing methodology is called batch testing. So how this batch testing works? First thing is automated execution. So here we are running that test cases automatically without any human intervention. So we can use the CI/CD pipeline like Jenkins or any kind of CI/CD things. And this it is a group testing. So all the test cases group we are organized and we are making a efficient batch. So if we run that batch, so it will run that all organized test cases or test scenarios. So that's why it's called a group testing. Another is it reduce the errors. So we are eliminating manual test cases fully, and without manual test cases we are running that our automation test suite. Now, why batch testing matters? Why this technique use is there? First thing is it is a consistent execution. So we are ensuring that every test case runs same time every time, or it will provide a reliable result, and it will provide that overall test coverage across that our application. Second thing is it is a massive time savings as it reduce that test life cycle days to hours. As it is running that multiple test cases simultaneously, so that's why it actually helps a massive time save. Another is early issue detection. So here if any case are getting failed, so we can catch that problems and conflicts earlier in development life cycle. So that's why it is a very good thing. And we can also like ensure that it create some expensive product bug or not. So that thing also we can ensure through this batch testing. Another thing is it is a preferred scale. Actually, it ideal for repeated test scenarios and large scale data validation across the different kind of complex enterprise applications. That's why this batch testing is important, and it actually helps to run that test cases on entire a large scale. When and where to use batch testing? First thing is first thing is regression time. We can use that batch testing while we are doing regression. So here we are checking that existing functionality. All the time we don't we don't need that extra test cases. We just check that regression flows on our application. On the time, if we run this batch testing, then it will be very good thing. Another is pre-release version. Suppose we want to release some versions suddenly, and so for that we have to execute that test cases. We have to check that our functionality, code functionalities, UAT cases. So all the things we need to check suddenly all the time. On the time we need to trigger this batch testing. CI/CD integration. So in this case, we are creating a embedded batch testing cases. So every time if the developers are deploying something in QA environment, we just need to run this batch thing on CI/CD pipeline, so they can also avoid that their changes are affecting on our QA not QA testing time or not. So that's the another thing for batch testing. And fourth is cross-platform testing. So this is the very important thing. So here on that batch, suppose we are creating some batch test cases. That batch test cases, we are running different kind of platforms to check that platform reliability or our application reliability. We are checking the different kind of operating system, different kind of devices, different kind of browser, different kind of system configuration. So we can and assure that our application or software or testing thing is a reliable and is compatible along with that different kind of person. So for this testing purpose, we have to use this batch testing technique. Now, let me tell the different kind of types of batch testing in software testing or software QA. First thing is functional testing. So you can create a functional batch scenarios where that all validated and all core functionalities are involved. Second is performance testing. So in this case also we are creating a batch scenarios. So when that performance testing time, we are just hitting that only code functionalities or performance functionality. So we can check that throughput, we can check the response time, we can check the resource utilization under load, so that we can check. And there is load and stress testing. So in this case, we can check the system behavior under heavy traffic or peak usage time of scenarios. We are checking that break even points of our application, everything we are checking. So here we can use that batch testing technique. And this compatibility testing, I already explained that compatibility we have to check like different kind of browser, different kind of operating system, different kind of configuration scenarios. We can check this batch testing technique. Now let me tell you about manual batch testing versus automation batch testing. So, what is the manual batch testing? So, here testers are executed a group of test cases sequentially, and if that any kind of predefined scripts are there, they are running this predefined script. They are checking that human oversight approach, human approach, human errors, and they are also doing that scale efficiency and large test suite. Another thing is automation batch testing. So here we need to run that script that completely automated, and we need to run the 24 into 7 without having any breaks, and it helps to faster feedback cycle and consistent execution and effortless scalability testing of thousands of test cases. So for that we are using Jenkins, browser stack, and catalog. So these three tools are very popular for batch testing kind of criteria, batch testing technique use. Now, what is the difference between batch testing versus other types of testing? So, first thing is batch testing and regression. What is the difference? So, batch testing actually includes the regression testing, but it more focus on group execution and multiple test execution parallelly. Rather than that, regression is mostly using that existing functionality testing. And then is batch versus smoke. So smoke testing performs a quick validation and core functionality after checking the builds. But batch testing is different thing. Batch testing runs the comprehensive test suite together, and it provides a deeper coverage and require the more time to execute compared to smoke. And that is complementary strategies. So here batch testing doesn't replace that other methodologies, but it will enhance that those methodologies. So batch testing actually happening alongside smoke regression and exploratory testing or UAT testing. So it actually helps that robust software quality. Now, what is the best practices for effective batch testing? First thing is logical test grouping. So here we are organized the test cases by feature, functionalities, and user journey. And second is comprehensive logging. So here we are checking the loggings and reporting. So it will helps to debug and quickly identify the failures root cause. Third is smart scheduling. So here we are running that resources, and we are checking that peak hours optimization infrastructure and infrastructure utilization cost. And that is continuous maintenance. It helps to update the test batches and reflects the new features and bug fixes, changing your business requirements. So those things are actually best practices for efficient batch testing. And so the conclusion is that batch testing actually a speed execution testing methodology that saves time, reduce the efforts, and ensure the consistency. And it helps that to catch the bug earliest in software development process. So that improves the team velocity and software quality in future releases. So yeah, guys. So that's all about batch testing. I hope this video is actually helpful for you. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe my channel if you explainer. So in future, I will definitely create different kind of videos with testing methodologies. Thank you guys. Thanks for uh, watching this video, and thank you. Bye bye.